Alrighty, fellas, yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and welcome back to their PokeMMO stream recap. Today is PokeMMO stream recap 504. It is a Monday, which means we have a ton of information, events, and things to cover. Let's go ahead and jump into it. First things first, we have a shiny Heatmor catch event happening today. So if you're watching the recap, sorry, it's a little too late, but don't worry, I have 3 other catch events for you. The PokeMMO staff have obviously been working their butts off, dude. They have scheduled 4 catch events right now, and a lot of them are giving people a lot of heads up. There was a little bit of time recently where they were putting out catch events like 2 days before the event or 1 day before the event happened, and that's rough to see. But thankfully, we have catch events scheduled in like 2 weeks from now, which is good. It gives us time to prepare and time for people to be aware of them. So let's cover today's catch event very quickly since it is happening today. It's going to be at 1 p.m. ET. There's going to be Heatmor +3, Mienfoo -3, Adamant +2, and Mild -2. There is a shiny Heatmor up for grabs, a beautiful shiny Pokemon, kind of a budget shiny Charizard. Thank you for the sub, Big Dog. I love the name, dude. Kind of a shiny budget Charizard, right? And then 1,000 RP. I would love to get. I need to get some RP, honestly, on the Ironman account. But anyways, next up is going to be the Paris catch event on Saturday, the 9th of May at 4 p.m. ET over at Mount Moon in Kanto. You have 1 hour to catch as many Paris as possible. Paris is the only catchable Pokemon. There is a specific part of Mount Moon you want to be at. It's like down one of the ladders. I'll be there on stream if you want to come watch on stream. I usually stream most of these catch events, like this one's on Saturday at 4 p.m. I may or may not, I can't promise to stream them, but I'll try to. If you want to see these catch events live, I do often stream them. There is a bunch of nature bonuses to be aware of, and then a shiny Paris is up for grabs. Like a cool shiny. Now that it's gotten also access to its hidden ability, you can give it damp and have a shiny Parasect damp like catching Pokemon. Fantastic catch event for a good utility, pragmatic, usable Pokemon plus 1,000 free reward points as always. Next up, Bearminator, who's been doing some great work over on the forums. I gotta say thank you. I always try to keep an eye on things. The staff have to do a lot, man. The PokeMMO staff go through a lot of less than ideal forum posts, and they have to be the one to bear the weight of the annoying parts of the internet, and they have to deal with the staff members of Pokemon have to deal with the worst parts of the PokeMMO community sometimes. Even though the community is so amazing overall, they have to deal with the 0.01% that sucks, and I do want to just say thank you to them and just always make sure they know that they're appreciated, because it sucks to have to wade through that garbage sometimes. So Bearminator, I see you, King. You're doing amazing work. You are reasonable, you are sound, you are calm. I really appreciate you, man. All right, moving on. Bearminator posted this catch event for Wednesday, the 13th of May at 8 a.m. ET. A little early for my blood. Chargestone Cave in Unova. Joltik is +3. Tynamo is +1. Klink is -3. And Pharisee to 0. Nature bonuses are on screen right now. And there is a shiny Joltik up for grabs. Pretty cool shiny. Underrated in my opinion. Pretty damn cool shiny. Galvantula is a decently usable Pokemon at times. Sometimes in raids. Decently underrated in PvP. It has Compound Eyes and Thunder. So you can spam like 97%, I believe, 99% accuracy thunders without rain being set up. It's a really cool Pokemon. I love Galvantula in PvP. Usually in NU is where he's at. There's a shiny Joltik up for grabs, as well as some free reward points as always. And then one more catch event to cover. There's 4 catch events right now. Tropius event on the 17th of May at 4 p.m. ET at Route 119 in Hoenn. You have 1 hour to catch Tropius, Linoon, and Kecleon for these bonuses on screen. And then these nature bonuses are up for grabs. And there is a shiny Tropius. All of these events having shiny prizes is sick. Like, that's sick. And Tropius is a pretty tough shiny. Like, this is a single encounter shunt. It's a decently difficult shiny to go for. And it's a beautiful Tropius is yes, Tropius is an amazing shiny prize. It's a shiny that one of my top. It's an amazing Pokemon design. The bananas, the dragon elements, like such a cool fucking Pokemon. I love Tropius, man. I wish him the best. I hope whoever wins this loves Tropius. It's a fantastic shiny to win. Good luck to everybody. Now, next up, I'm actually going to loop back to today's daily item market check, because today's daily item market check is such an in-depth one. We're covering the skull fossil, which also talks about the history of like almost all fossils in PokeMMO. And fossils have a very rich, very dynamic history in terms of pricing in PokeMMO. So I'm going to loop back to that. We're going to set this up. We're going to go over to our achievement showcase and then come back to the market check. So first things first, moving over to the achievement showcase really quick. Congratulations to Sinochamp JT, who recently unlocked Mount Silver. It wasn't until 2 years or so ago where completing the Pokedex was even like a goal worth going for, right? It's really fucking sick to see Sinnoh unlock Mount Silver, get Heatran, like complete all these goals. It's a really big unlock for the account, and it's really fucking cool to see, man. Congratulations to you, dude. Next up, not a whole lot of information here, but Heatmor just casually posted this in the achievement showcase. He got himself a shiny Duskull at 34,000 encounters. Congratulations, man. Nice work. Hell yeah. Next up, Zapdos on the Iron Man. Iron Chip, I set a goal when starting my Iron Man at the start of the month. So we started it within the month of April, and like Zapdos only lasts for April, right? I said I would catch Zapdos before doing the Kanto Elite Four within my first region, and after 6 days of grinding and 12,000 encounters, imagine that being your main goal and then going 12,000 encounters dry. He finally got his Zapdos. This is a really cool way to like start an Iron Man account and have the hard goal of wanting to go for Zapdos before the end of the month. And that because you're starting your Iron Man account, Zapdos is not going to return for 3 more months, right? So you know how important and how high priority that is, especially if you have things that you want to do, like certain raids or certain PvM activities that were like Zapdos shines above, man. Zapdos is a very, very powerful, probably one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful legendary in all of PokeMMO. So congrats to Iron Chip for really sticking to that grind, even though it took him 12,000 single encounters, man. Going dry on a legendary hunt feels rough, and it's really cool to see people who push through. Next up, pretty simple no one Noel on the Discord. He's gotten a lot of shinies in the achievement showcase and has posted a bunch of them, and it's cool to see people like their whole shiny history throughout the achievement showcase. The achievement showcase is still a pretty new idea. It's only been around for a few months now, but still being able to see people like their shiny journeys throughout and post like every shiny they get in the showcase, it's really cool. It connects me to these people. It lets you keep track of their shunts and their journeys. So congrats to No One Noel on another shiny, 34,000, I believe, 34,000, 33,000 or so shiny Litwick. Congratulations, man. Next up, someone got their first shiny Patrouski. My first shiny in PokeMMO, and it's usable nature and 2x31. This is a sick catch, dude. 31 defense, 20 attack, and 31 special attack and rash nature. This is usable, man. This is a usable Gold Duck, and sometimes Gold Duck does pop up in PvM and both kind of PvP to my knowledge, but mostly PvM because he gets the what's called Cloud 9 ability, and being able to cancel weather. It's been used in raids in the past. Being able to cancel weather is sometimes that powerful because weather is that powerful, right? So shout out Gold Duck and Brewski on that catch, man. Congratulations. And then Quizby, one of my favorite up-and-coming PokeMMO content creators right now. You can find him on Twitch, find him on YouTube, Quizby TV. He is doing really cool, really fun, really wholesome, great, amazing content. He was hunting shiny Ralts for quite a while, okay? Was going for shiny Ralts for quite a while, and he ended up accidentally egging it, which is really funny because it's doing like a ×3 horde hunt, but it's a 20-80 split, so it's a pretty difficult hunt to go for. Usually you end up with a lot of like Bidoofs and Bibarels. After 82 days and going 2 times over odds for different Bidoofs and Bibarels and 133,000 total encounters, I decided to egg a little bit for Ralts. And after less than 600 eggs, he got his first egg shiny. It was a Ralts, which is all very funny. He also got it during an event that he was hosting. This is like cinema levels, stars aligning. I'm excited to see what Crispy does like more and more in the future. This is a great, he's just doing great. He's a great foundation being laid, man. Congrats on your shiny Ralts, Crispy. And then next up, I've only seen this, it's cool, it's crazy that I've even seen this more than once. I've seen this probably 2 or 3 times now in my experience playing PokeMMO, and it still is just one of the most insane things that can happen. This guy popped 1 of each fossil to get Pokedex entries, and he ended up getting a shiny Ammonite. Like oh man, you think about it, it's insane. It's crazy. It's once in a lifetime. It's insane, right? But when you think about it, when you draw it out as well, you zoom out a bit, right? What's crazy is if every single person, are there 2 fossils per region? Is it 10 fossil bonds in PokeMMO around that, right? If every single person, every single PokeMMO player pops 10 fossils, that's a 10 in 30,000 chance, right? What's the math on this? Let's do 30,000 divided by 10, right? Is that the right math? That means that 1 in 3,000 people I'm terrible at math. Is that right? 1 in 3,000 people who all pop one fossil for the story, for like the Pokedex, should get a shiny fossil. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of nuts. But today is, it's just but it's still a crazy thing. Ninetales, congratulations, man. This is a sick achievement, a really cool thing to happen to you personally. A beautiful shiny. I love the purple, dude. This is sick, man. I love to see this, dude. Congratulations again over to Ninetales. Now we're gonna loop back, okay? Loop back to the daily item market. I actually have a lot to talk about with this. Fossils have a lot of rich history, okay? I have a whole notepad document on that. I had to script this market check because there's so much to mention, okay? Let's go through it step by step. Now, first things first, back in 2022, which is about when I returned to PokeMMO, I kind of returned in like 2021, 2020-ish, right? I started making content in late 2020 or 2021, I believe. Stall fossils, when I was doing my Cranidos hunt, for example, they were around 5,000 to 6,000 Pokeyen. I was privileged, I was lucky. Fossils were a lot cheaper back then, I'll be honest, right? Stall fossils, this is just stall fossils, but this kind of pattern has been, fossils usually move in a similar pattern because people just want fossils for shiny rates, for fast popping. We'll get to that, right? So back when I came back to the game, fossils were around 5,000 to 6,000 Pokeyen a piece at the cheapest, right? Because using fossils to shiny hunt just wasn't utilized as much back then for a myriad of reasons. Number one, Dittos used to be 3,000 Pokeyen. So why would you spend 6,000 Pokeyen on a fossil when you could spend 3,000 on a Ditto to get an encounter? Dittos used to be a lot cheaper. But as shiny hunting became more and more popular, and the player base of PokeMMO went up, rose and rose and rose, right? It's really just supply and demand. There just wasn't as much supply or demand back then for fossils. And then eventually, through the rise of shiny wars, I'll never forget when like skull fossils reached like 8K for the first time. That was a big deal. And then 10K for the first time. That was a big deal. And like throughout 2023, we see Johto, right? Fossils started spiking up to like 15K, 16K even. And you might notice here December. So this December, we'll talk about that. I think this December, I could be wrong. I think this December might have just been Johto's release. Did we see the Christmas shiny boost here? We might have, but I'm not totally sure. That might have been in 2024. But there was also 2022 to 2024 was where we also saw a lot more teams in PokeMMO doing shiny wars, which was like a fun communal event where people try to shiny hunt as much as possible within a given week. And Team Mister's been doing shiny wars for a few years now, and is known as the inventor of shiny wars in PokeMMO. But other teams didn't really catch on until 2022 to 2024, which makes sense, right? And then in 2024, you see the massive spike. This was when Shiny Wars was announced, official Shiny Wars, and people went crazy. This was around, I believe, 2024, we saw the first ever official Shiny War with an untradeable vanity prize directly from the developers of PokeMMO, and that's when the price really skyrocketed. Alongside, new players may not know this, there's also been a fossil popping buff over the years, where fossils, when you pop them, they now go directly to your PC. If you go and watch my old Cranidos shunt, you notice I am constantly running back and forth between the PC and the fossil popper, because that's what you used to have to do. You used to have to pop 5 fossils, run to the PC, throw them in there, and then run back. You'd be running back and forth constantly. Doing that, you can only pop about 400 fossils, which is a lot still, 400 fossils per hour. Nowadays, you can pop 600 plus fossils per hour. A very similar thing also happened with Dittos. The way breeding used to work, everyone used to breed for shinies over at Unova because it was the fastest run time between the PC and the daycare man, because you used to have to manually drag them all and take them all in your party. They later on added so you can breed from your PC directly from the daycare man. That is a new buff and a new mechanic that has only existed in the game for about 1 to 2 years, right? So that, along all of those factors, alongside the increased demand of shiny hunting, has risen both the prices of Dittos and prices of fossils over the years, right? There's more demand and more are being consumed per hour. Now you see 600 plus fossils popped per hour when someone's fossil shunting, right? And we can see fossils stayed at a quite high price for a long time. Fossils stayed around 10 to 15,000 Pokeyen for a lot of the Shiny Wars, what I call the Shiny War hype era. And then you notice right here, so Shiny War in 2025, I believe was from like July 8th to August 8th, or it was from like July 13th. It was somewhere in like mid-July to August 8th, I believe, was the end date. And if you look at the graph closely, you can see fossils were peaking towards end of July, and they started going down in early August because Shiny War was coming to an end. Because people, a lot of teams who had already realized they were too far behind, they realized they had lost, so they were selling off their fossils to try to recoup some of the Pokeyen, because Shiny War stimulates the economy more than anything in PokeMMO right now. Shiny hunters are insane. Shiny hunters are willing to spend Pokeyen unlike anybody else. Shiny hunters will do anything for the chance of glory. And you see, but a lot of them who didn't have that chance anymore, they started selling off their fossils, but they rose the price up to like 15k by the end, and then it came down to about 10k. And this is where we're at nowadays, where Skull fossils are around 10,000 Pokeyen, and this is due to two different factors. Number one, Shiny War ended, and the Shiny Hype War, the first two Shiny Wars are over, right? We've seen a Chinese team win, we've seen an American team win, and that was sort of the big rivalry. So there's a lot of like hype that's kind of died down from that. It's hard to keep that hype every single year, you know? We're also in what a lot of us call, me and Epoch, I think is a correct term, unfortunately, the Great Depression era of PokeMMO, where there are less viable money-making methods. So most things across the game have gone down in price. Not everything, but a lot of things have gone down about 33%. And it's because there's less Pokeyen coming in per hour, there's less raw yen, and people just have less Pokeyen to throw around. They're saving it for more, you know, things they need versus things they want, right? So that brings us to fossil farming today. And I do want to say, it wouldn't surprise me, now this is not financial advice, but it wouldn't surprise me if we see a rise during this next Shiny War as well, which is not confirmed, and is probably going to happen in like July to August timeline, right? Make any decisions at your own risk, of course. It's not financial advice, but also keep in mind, like, the real question is, how much Pokeyen do people really have? How much Pokeyen do Shiny Hunters have right now to spend on fossils? That's the real question. And how much have they prepped prior, as opposed to spending it all during? Shiny hunters and players just get smarter and smarter over the years, and I bet you a lot of them are like slowly buying throughout the year, as opposed to panic buying during the event themselves. So there's a lot to, hopefully that covered and taught some people some things. They're like, the price of fossils and Shiny Wars just have such a correlation, and like shiny hunting, sorry, it's really interesting. The price history of fossils almost gives us a full history of like shiny hunting in general in PokeMMO, and there's a lot that are processed, and probably more that I didn't cover, right? So hopefully that taught people some things though, and caught some people up to speed and just spread some information. That's all I want to do on this channel, right? Make sure to like today's stream recap if you enjoy it. Subscribe for videos every single day. Follow me on Twitch for streams like this Monday through Thursday. Let's go ahead and jump into the rest of the stream. That is our intro completed, boys. I have a lot to do today on the Ironman account, like getting back into berry farming once again. Let's jump into actually grinding and playing the game, boys. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Here, someone in chat just asked, what's the worst region in PokeMMO? It's a great question, and it's also like a good example of how ever-changing and evolving PokeMMO is. If you asked me this question just like 1 year ago, I would have said Sinnoh by far, but I don't think it is anymore. Two of the best moneymakers in the game and most consistent train reruns and fossil farming are both in Sinnoh, almost entirely in Sinnoh. Sinnoh has really gotten, as it's become harder to make Pokeyen, that has inadvertently buffed Sinnoh. This is very funny. Trainer runs used to not be done as much because you would just do your Jimmy run and then do other money-making methods. But now, with less viable methods and money-making becoming a bit harder to get pure yen, trainer runs have come back up. So now we're seeing Sinnoh. If you were to ask me, what's the worst region in PokeMMO? I don't know. Maybe like Hoenn? Could it be Kanto now? Like, I love Kanto, but like, I think Kanto and Hoenn are up there. Unova and Sinnoh are super good for money, Jimmy run, trainer, you know, everything like that. Everything basically. What is the worst region in the game? It might be Hoenn or Kanto now, which sucks. Johto has Mount Silver. You can't knock Johto. It's hard to factor in like shiny hunt and stuff like that as well. It's either Kanto or Hoenn. It is Kanto, maybe Kanto. Kanto is great for events and event callouts. I think it's Kanto. I'm split. I'd think about it more, but it's an interesting question and shows once again the evolution of the game over the past few years. All right, fellas, time to cover the catch event results. In fourth place with 12 points, we have Kinga the Gamer. Congratulations to you. Was there an Ironman that placed? In third place, that's a pretty popular, well-known Iron Man too, bro. Iron Sega, third place, 169. Nice score, dude. Congratulations. Good catch. Second place with 170. Sick Sec. Congratulations. All the XXs, like an old Xbox gamer tag. Congratulations, gamer. Much love to you, dude. And then in first place, in first place with a score of 179 is Decon. Congratulations. Look at the difference. Second place was 170 and first was 179. Congratulations, gamer. Oh my goodness. Congrats to everybody who placed, and good luck in all Pokemon future catch events, fellas. Okay, this is a beautiful question. I've been talking a little bit with this guy in chat, ZPS, and he said, I'm kind of struggling to find a reason to shunt, but at the same time, I aspire to be, you know, like certain players who like flex in the game and, you know, blah, blah, blah. What motivates you to shunt? The biggest thing that motivates me to shiny hunt in PokeMMO is the challenge. That's it. I honestly don't care. The more I shiny hunt, the more shinies that I have. I have over like 60 OT shinies now. The more shinies I get, the less I care about the individual Pokemon, the individual species, the individual shinies. All I care about is the challenge that it represents and overcoming that challenge. I've talked about this like over and over again, like in my videos and streams. Like the older I get as well, the more I realize the goal that you shoot for in life doesn't really matter. Whatever goals you want to achieve, as long as they're not hurting other people, as long as they're not hurting others, right? Whatever your goal is, doesn't matter. It's just about chasing it, and as dumb as it, chasing your dreams, right? It's very dumb, but like, just if you're passionate about something, you have to go for it. You have to. It's all that matters. It's like the meaning of life for so many people. What motivates me to shiny hunt is that it teaches me patience. I love it. It helps me like meditate and calm down. It helps me relax. It's a good releasing of control we talked about earlier. Like shiny hunting, you can only do so much, and you have to be able to work with the pace of the game, and you can't physically in a world of impatience, in a world of zoom efficiency, get everything done as fast as possible. Shiny hunting is all about like you can only do so much, and then you have to go with the flow of the game and adapt around it. It's a lot about life, right? Shiny hunting is inherently a very philosophical thing, in my opinion. It's a very like mental grind. It's all about the endurance. It's very similar to marathon running. Like, why do people run marathons? What's the benefit? Sure, physical health, right? But beyond that, you can do other things to have physical health. Why do people run marathons? Why do people free solo climb? Why do people do tons of activities? Humans like to push themselves. Humans like to challenge themselves. And as dumb as it sounds to compare it to shiny hunting, that's what it is. I think most shiny hunters agree with that and come to that exact same conclusion. Shiny hunting is about the challenge. It's about overcoming that challenge, regardless of what that challenge is, and proving to yourself that you can do things that you thought were previously impossible. Ooh, I have a Foodtrouski take today for the stream recap. Okay, this is less of a Foodtrouski opinion and more of a I'm late to the party suggestion. Okay, if you don't have caramelized onions frozen in your freezer right now, you're trolling. Okay, caramelized onions are amazing. We all know that. Very obvious, right? One of the best toppings, one of the best things you could possibly make. I didn't realize how well they froze. Oh my goodness. I recently made some caramelized onions, froze them for like 3 to 6 months, unfroze them, and they tasted fresh as hell. When it was amazing. I just microwaved them to heat them back up, put them on some Costco hot dogs. I was living the dream, boys. I cannot recommend enough. Make a big batch caramelized onions, freeze them. They thaw out so well. As well as, dude, I recently made some caramelized. They're still in the fridge. I haven't frozen them yet because they haven't gotten old enough yet. But I made some caramelized onions with Old Bay, a lot of Old Bay, and I can't recommend it enough. Oh my god. I'm from Maryland. Old Bay caramelized onions are carrying my hot dogs right now. Hot dogs, burgers. It's summer. It's coming on summertime. Burgers, hot dog season is coming up, boys. Prep your caramelized onions now for the barbecues, the hangouts, the cookouts, whatever it may be. Prep your onions, boys. Your guests, friends, and family and loved ones will thank you when it's time. I don't even want to answer this because it really makes me realize how little time I have left. Someone says, how long do we have to prep for Shiny Wars? We don't know when it will be. It's not confirmed yet. It's not been announced, you know, all that jazz. It's typically starts in like mid-July, historically, is when Shiny Wars historically has been. but it could be anywhere from like late June, July, August, somewhere in that range, right? Best case scenario, if it doesn't start until like late July, we have what, 2 months? 1, 2, 3. Best case scenario, we have about 3 months. Okay. Worst case scenario, 2 months. We are running out of time, legitimately. We have about I'm gonna have to lock in the final 30 days. We have about 2 to 3 months to prep. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. I don't even process that. We have about 2 to 3 months, boys. We gotta get to work. Alrighty, fellas, we did a little 6-hour stream on a Monday to start things off. I'm pretty happy with that, fellas. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like the stream recap if you did. Dislike if I did not teach you anything today. Subscribe to me for daily Pokemon videos. If you have any Pokemon videos you want to see, let me know in the comments. I love feedback and suggestions on things like that. Guides, money making methods, creative content, whatever you're looking for. What kind of things do you want to watch about Pokemon? Let me know. Feedback is always welcome. Discord's down below if you're interested. If you want to go above and beyond and support the content, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal and Venmo donations allow me to be here, and I hope I can earn it from you guys. I will see you guys later. Have a great day, but for now, peace Reno. Yo, what's up? Outro Patrouski here, and I wanted to say thank you so much to everybody's name who is on this list. You really allow me to make the content that I do every single day, and I hope I can make it worth your guys' while and add to your PokeMMO journey. Thanks again so much for watching the entire video, and have a great day.